So commonly it is believed that happiness is the result of achieving a goal. It is something that is earned, that we have to strive for, that we have to often struggle or even suffer for. But I want to give you a different perspective on happiness now. Happiness being your natural state, believe it or not. In the Eastern traditions, it is known that desire is the root of all suffering. Well, there are some exceptions to that, but in 99% of all cases, that is true. We desire something because we feel the present moment is not enough, is lacking something. It is not satisfactory. And so, to compensate for that lack and the fear of not being or having enough that comes with that, we compensate with desire, project fulfillment in the future, and go off chasing whatever symbol most suits our psychology to fit that hole, to fill that hole. And so, when you achieve said goal, for a short period of time, you feel happy. Why? Not because it was actually about the thing you were chasing, but because the search ends for a while. And usually, it doesn't take long for us to identify another thing that is missing in the here and now, and off we go again, chasing, searching, striving, struggling, suffering. And after enough rounds of this hamster wheel, we realize that no object out there has the capacity, has the power to fulfill us on a permanent and truthful, real basis. And so my message to you is that a truer perspective on happiness is, I don't need anything from anything or anyone. I am whole and complete as I am. And I don't have to chase something in order to be happy. Because without that basic understanding and knowing that who you are, who I am, the I in your experience, what you call I, that is already whole and complete, then all your desires will just be attempts to compensate how you deeply and painfully judge yourself as not being enough, as not being worthy. And so first, before we can recognize authentic desires, people sometimes fear when we talk about these kinds of you are already what you seek, etc. People fear that they will be passive. They won't do anything in life. They will just be a couch potato. And, that shows even how compulsory our desires are to us. We need our desires to prove that we are worthy. But how much peace, how much happiness can something give you that you need in a compulsory way? It's not based in freedom. It's not based in peace. It's based in compensation and fear. Fear and desire, from that place of understanding, are just two sides of the same coin. And so we have to face our fears first. Our fears of not being enough. And what you will find when you just make it a habit, daily practice, Just sit down whenever something comes up, some agitation, some emotion, some sense of I need to get that, I need to have that, I need to be that, I need to be more, I'm not enough, I'm not enough, I'm not enough. Basically, just sit down and investigate. Is it really true that in that moment something's missing? Yes, there are maybe thoughts of lack, feelings that, sensations in your body. But apart from the story we tell in our head about those sensations, is there actually something wrong in this very moment? If you take away time, meaning past and future, thinking, if you take away thinking, there's no problem ever in the present moment. It's all just as it is and as it should be. There's no argument about reality. And in my experience, that is what everyone is truly looking for. The peace that is already present right here and now, when we stop arguing with life, with reality. And then your perspective naturally shifts into seeing more and more of the quote-unquote positive qualities about yourself, about your life. We tend to be so fixated through this lens of drivenness and whipping ourselves forward that we only see lack, we only see faults, inadequacies. We get trained that way in our society. We get conditioned to always look on the negative side of things. And the only way to tilt the scales again is to first get to this place of neutrality. I don't need anything from anything or anyone. It's okay, just as it is. It's okay. It's okay. And then stay there for a couple of days, weeks, months. And allow your authentic desires and inspirations to naturally emerge instead of forcing yourself to conform to some image that isn't even yours, some image of yourself. Conform to some image of who you have to be in order to be worthy. Which is just, the negative self-talk of our egos, telling you who you should be and that you're not measuring up. But you don't have to listen to that voice. You don't have to listen to that radio station all the time. You can just realize that whatever is hearing these words, whatever is witnessing and observing everything that goes on in your life, just this presence of awareness is already complete and fulfilled. It doesn't need anything. It doesn't lack anything. Who you truly are is always already free. It's so beautiful to just be here with you. And I really hope that lands. I really hope you were able to shift into more peace and well-being within yourself. Just know that it's always there, even when you overlook it at times, and it will happen. But you have the power to always pivot back and come back, return to center again and again and again, and make it your home. Make fulfillment, ease, peace, and happiness your home, and not something you have to earn your way into. Thank you.